This is the story of Oscar, a dog left deaf after losing his ears, yet somehow he still found a way to hear life's sweetest whispers: love, hope, and happiness. The first thing people notice about Oscar today isn't his scars or the fact that he's completely deaf. It's how unbelievably happy he is, which makes his story almost impossible to believe. Because just over a year ago, Oscar was sitting alone in an animal control shelter, only days away from being euthanized. Nobody knew exactly where he came from. An animal control officer had found him abandoned and in terrible condition. His entire body was covered in painful infections. His ears had been cropped long before anyone found him. His eyes were crusted shut, and every step he took looked painful because of a severe limp. One rescuer later said he looked exhausted, like he'd already given up. As his medical problems piled up, the shelter eventually placed him on the euthanasia list. For many dogs, that's where the story ends, but for Oscar, it was only the beginning. When Bullied Breeds Rescue heard about him, they decided to meet him in person. They could have easily walked away. Nobody would have blamed them. Instead, they looked at this broken little dog and said, let's give him a chance. What followed were months of treatments, medications, vet appointments, and endless care. Slowly, Oscar began healing, but then the rescue discovered another heartbreaking problem. The infection deep inside his ears was so severe that it would likely never be cured. Veterinarians explained that the best option was a total ear ablation surgery. The procedure would remove all of the damaged structures inside his ears, eliminating the constant pain and infection. The downside was that Oscar would lose his hearing completely. It was a difficult decision, but everyone agreed on one thing: Oscar deserved a life free from suffering. The surgery was successful, and afterwards something remarkable happened. While people focused on what he had lost, Oscar seemed focused only on what he had gained: a warm bed, regular meals, people who cared about him, and a future. Soon afterward, Oscar found his forever family. Today, he shares his home with a rescue pity sister named Ramona and a cat named Sprite. Despite their differences, the three have become inseparable. Every morning, Oscar's tail starts wagging the moment he sees his family. Not because he hears them calling his name, but because he feels their love. Then there's the quirky little habit that made everyone fall even more in love with him. His family calls it slothing. His foster mom first noticed it. Whenever Oscar walked through hanging leaves, tassels, or anything that lightly brushed against his face and back, he would slow down dramatically. Step by step, almost in slow motion, eyes half closed, completely relaxed. It looked like he was absorbing every bit of happiness around him. It's like watching a dog become a Zen master, his owner jokes. Oscar loved it so much that his family started creating special slothing stations just for him. They hung tassels around the house, placed soft strands of yarn near his favorite spots, and even built outdoor areas filled with leaves and plants where he could enjoy his strange little hobby. Visitors laugh the first time they see it, but Oscar doesn't care. He's too busy enjoying life. These days, his family affectionately calls him the Ham because he loves attention and somehow becomes the center of every room he enters. Looking at him now, it's hard to believe he was ever considered beyond saving. We can't imagine life without him, his family says. He's completed our family in every way.
Oh, you got it.
Oscar's story is a reminder that sometimes the animals who seem the most broken simply need someone willing to believe in them. The easiest choice isn't always the most rewarding one. Somewhere tonight, another dog is sitting quietly in a shelter kennel, waiting for someone to see what others don't. They may come with scars, they may come with challenges. But as Oscar proved, those are often the animals who end up changing our lives forever. If Oscar's story touched your heart, please take a moment to hit the like button so more people can discover meaningful stories like this one. And if you believe that every animal deserves a second chance, be sure to subscribe to the channel and join us as we share inspiring stories of rescue, healing, and hope every week.